Yo, what's up, CSN? Thank you for stopping by. If you're on your phone, you can try and host, and that would help out a lot as well. Um, what else was I gonna do? All right. So to get the formalities out of the way, like to thank again Shin. He helps me out a lot. He's one of my mods, and we talk about mental health every now and then. And I'm going to mute this for a second to move it away. And maybe lower it because I'm closer to the microphone, so maybe 4.5.0 again. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. So thanking Chin, he's one of my mods. He's helps me out a lot. Anyway, and then I'd like to thank Shrimpy. He's one of my mods as well, and he helps me out a lot. And uh, I should honestly have the Discord link in chat for the group that helps me out as well, especially the last guy that hosted me, Devo Yuri. He helps me out a lot, and the shrimp gang helps me out a lot as well. So wanted to shout out for that. And then if you could support this artist, they did some amazing work. Right now, I don't have too much financial means to help them out right now, but for the most part, I can't I can't think of anything else. But anyway, so let's get to the main subject at hand. Um, 35th anniversary of Super Mario. I know they have a lot going on, and well, I I don't know how I feel about all of this. Honestly, I'm like almost like taking like a grain of like salt because it's kind of I know it's like Nintendo for a while has packaged their games or repackaged some of their their a lot of their classics or whatever on the Game Boy, such as like Link to the Past and a couple of Metroid titles, and so they have repackaged old titles in the past, but this one I don't know. It just kind of feels like a cop out. Like I kind of understand exposing the that specific franchise entry to a new generation, but this again it seems very I guess kind of easy I would say. Um, because again like they have the All Star bundle or whatever where it's 64 Sunshine and I think Galaxy, and then they have the 35. They have the Mario Battle Royale as it were, and that just seems weird because it seems like they were either developing it beforehand or they saw that the hacker or modder version that they released on the eShop or whatever that you could play beforehand. They were either inspired by that or whatever. So the battle royale thing is weird. I don't understand it completely. Um, I what else were they repackaging as well? They're repackaging I think the Mario All Stars that was on the Nintendo Super or the NES or whatever. So that was a bit odd to me because I feel like if you're gonna repackage anything, just um gosh, what's it called? Um, repackage more GameCube titles because I was gonna say, hang on, I'm gonna take a drink. If you're gonna repackage anything, repackage more GameCube titles because again, one thing I was going to say is, gosh, I'm sorry, I'm like drawing a blank sort of. Um, is that I think it's like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker that was ported to Wii U and I think 3D DS as well, and and Metroid Prime Trilogy with Metroid Prime 1 and 2 that was repackaged with Corruption for the Wii, and Super Mario Sunshine is the last or is the latest GameCube game to be adapted to a modern console. So I think that's a bit odd that you know that they're packaging that they're repackaging select titles, and again, like, I think it's probably the oddest for Super Mario Sunshine, because I think for years, I personally like Sunshine. um I think, like Wind Waker at the time, it got a bad rap, and I'm glad it's coming out. But again, I think it's like my a lot of my I think perspectives have shifted, and instead of repackaging the old games, I kind of wished, because again, Super Mario 64 has been at least ported to Wii and Wii U, and I imagine Switch at some point besides this, you know, and various other Mario titles have been on the the Wii and Wii U Virtual Shop for a while. So again, like, I feel like they should just make a new game with new characters or something, or characters that have been in the franchise for a while, and they never had a chance to shine or have their own original game. Specifically speaking, like, I hope with Super Mario 3D World, I hope they add Princess Daisy, because that'd be a really cool addition, and give more incentive to buy the game, because because they added something called Bowser's Fury, which I didn't know at the time if it was DLC or not, or if it's just a new thing that they're tacking on that makes the game more important, as it were. But again, from the trailer, they didn't show anything new, so you know, um, um, I can't play video games, but I'm like apprehensive, like looking at it critically, because it may just it may just be the same game. So, um, what I go I was going to say, like, for most intents and purposes, it really annoys me that the and I'll bring this up with Star Fox in a couple seconds, but like the three Holy Trinity franchises of Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon. Well, never mind. Let me be fair. Pokemon lets you choose your character's identity. At least I would garner if you're still CSN. Or I mean, if you're here CSN. If you allow your character creation, since I would say the yellow one, right, or after the yellow one, right? Because, okay, to be fair, the Pokemon, at least, um character well, the base character creation is, at the very least, has been a core of the Pokemon games for a while. So it kind of just falls to Legend of Zelda and Super Mario, where playing as other characters, or it doesn't they don't allow you unless it's in specific games like Super Mario 2 or Super Mario 3D World, or in the case of Zelda, it only allows you to play as, um, or frankly, doesn't allow you to play as anybody else. And it was only possible to play as other characters in Hyrule Warriors. So that's where I kind of get, like, annoyed that, for most intents and purposes, you are not allowed to play as other characters in a lot of their main franchises. I was going to bring up that, frankly, Metroid is the only one that has a different main character. And even after that, if you look at F Zero and Animal Crossing and Splatoon, that's another one where choice is a main, like, thing. Oh, sorry, CSN, hang on. I forgot to bring up that. Okay, so thank you very much, CSN. So yeah, yeah, that's what I wanted to get at. That, like, even in Pokemon, and I never had too much an appreciation for Pokemon growing up. Maybe if I went back to gaming, I would. But even in Pokemon Animal Crossing, Splatoon, you get character customization. In F Zero, you don't have to play as Captain Falcon. You can play as Samurai Goro, or I think uh, Dr. Fox, or Jody. I think Jody Summer, or I think another guy's Pico. But yeah, even in F Zero, you don't have to play as Captain Falcon. Like the first time I played F Zero GX was on the Wii, and I always feel like I don't know if I was doing something wrong or if I was playing the game wrong, but like I didn't like Captain Falcon. I think he had the worst machine or the worst car. And I now that I think about it, I think I read somewhere that a lot of people choose Samurai Goro, but yeah, it's just Samurai Goro has better handling or whatever than Captain Falcon's car, and I just was like, Captain Falcon's car is just really bad, or at least I think so. So anyway, what else was I gonna say? So yeah, so Pokemon doesn't get the buck as much, and Mario and Zelda I think I'm a little bit more harsher towards because if you look back and you look at their contemporaries in a sense, you look at Sega with Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2 had at least 6 playable characters, and each had their own significant, unique part of the story. Even if they didn't have enough or significant enough stages, like I think, again, it's Sonic has the most stages if I remember correctly. I think in Sonic Adventure 2 he has like 6, and then Shadow has like 5. I think Rouge has 4. I think Eggman has either 3 or 4. Tails has 4, I think, and then Knuckles has, I think, 4. Um, and so it's like even if they didn't have the most stages, they still had had at least a couple stages here and there. And same thing with Sonic Adventure 1. Um, Sonic had, I think Sonic had at least 5 stages. Thank you very much. And I at first I almost feel like I should have. Oh, thank you very much, Shin, for hosting. So, I just had to check. But no, you're right. I keep on forgetting that Big had stages. So, but but yeah, still, it's like Sonic had stages, Big had stages. If I remember correctly, I think the robot's name is Gamma. Gamma had stages. Knuckles, Tails, Amy had stages. So even if they kind of boiled, or if even if they didn't have a lot of stages, they still had enough so that you could get an idea of gameplay that was unique and different from the main aspect of running really fast. And sometimes running really fast leads to disaster and ruin. So sometimes you have to slow down, which I know is like technically it's blasphemy, but at the same time, if you slow down a little bit, you can enjoy all the other. You can look at the stage and all that, and kind of like admire it. So I think what I was gonna get at was and even I think my final thing I was gonna add, even in the worst of the Sonic games like Sonic 06, or let me before I jump to Sonic 06, and even almost I might who hosted as well. Oh, thank you very much, Kitty. Or for dropping by. I was going to say even for Sonic Heroes. Thank you for dropping by. Even for Sonic Heroes, you still had 3 characters per team, and even when they and even if it wasn't great, it was still like an interesting idea. And even with Sonic 06, even though the game was really bad, they still had the idea of having multiple characters per team and giving a unique gameplay difference or gameplay idea. So that's kind of my whole thing about looking at these this Mario 35th anniversary. How are you Kitty or Mango, or how do you want me to say your name? Or go about saying your username. Um, but yeah. What was I going to say? I think or thinking looking at Mario 35th anniversary is that it's almost taken with a grain of salt, because again, it's like the games where they were given, or that were unique, or for made by or made for other characters, like like Luigi's Mansion or the Wario platformers, and even with Super Princess Peach, they haven't made a direct example to either make another sequel or port them to the current system. They've just they haven't ever done that, and that's where I feel like they okay. I got you, Mango. So um what else was I gonna say? I think what I'm trying to say is I know it's like Mario is like those games, they don't have problems because they don't do too much, and they kind of recycle their formula, and so they repeat their success, and but they don't try too much. When they try too much, you get results like Super Mario Sunshine, where it's the most different, and that's where a lot of people kind of jump off the bandwagon slash hype train, because you know okay, that's fine, Mango. Or again, thank you for dropping by. Yeah, I saw you were still I if you whenever you get back, I saw you were streaming. You didn't I didn't know how long you were streaming for, so I just it's thank you again for dropping by. um but what I was gonna say is, and this kind of almost bleeds, or not bleeds, but almost leads into the next thing about Star Fox, was that when the game is most different, that's when usually the fan base usually backfires, or that's when the fan base is gonna go like, what's awful, that Star Fox Adventures game, or that Super Mario Sunshine or Wind Waker, and that's when it's unfortunately is that's when the worst aspects of the fandom or fan base come out, is like, even if it's bad, you can still appreciate it with for the good points. Like, I'm sure CSN is if CSN is still here, um that um Star Trek the or sorry, not the Undiscovered Country, Star Trek, whatever, whenever they search for God or whatever, even though that movie is bad, I'm sure CSN can appreciate the good points of that movie. So um but anyway, what I was gonna say too is, or what's an even more concrete example? Star Trek One is some energy amorphous blob thing that's not as good as the other movies, but it still has probably some memorable aspects of it, or memorable, or enjoyable things about the movie. So and even if what's an even more modern example? Episode 9, Star Wars Episode 9 was again very divergent and split on media criticism, because for the most of it, it is bad, but at the very least, they did the Princess Leia is a Jedi, so, and at the very least, you can take comfort in that was a thing for extended universe, and that they finally incorporated in a movie. Okay, I got you, CSN. So at the very least, hey Mango. So at the very least, CSN, it transferred from like the bronzer Asians to the ridge, the forehead with ridges and the scraggly hair and basically what Worf looks like, right? Mute the microphone for a second. So again, even if there's bad aspects of it, there still is, there's still a lot, a lot to be good or gain from it, and it's not an entire loss. So, you know, I think it's that I think, not to disparage or, be rude to Nintendo, but I think it's like they've they've tried to be too safe, and I think it's, that backfired them, or backfired for them a lot, because even though Sega Sega, tried everything and failed and then died and came back as a software developer, I mean, still is a software developer. They, at the very least, they tried, and, you know, that's their legacy. They tried. And I appreciate the attempt more than the I think what I'm going to say, and not to be rude or anything, but a lot of times I appreciate the what if instead of the result. And or let me say this, I appreciate the result even if it's bad, and then I appreciate various aspects of a what if. But then you have to draw the line at certain what ifs because sometimes they're really bad, especially for pitches of Star Wars Episode 9. Um, for the most part, I think that's where we'll kind of at least end it for the Mario part. I'm sorry if you jumped in for the Mario part, because uh, I kind of wanted the to switch gears, and I wanted to jump to Star Fox because I was thinking, it'd be I had a lot of trouble thinking of what the next theme would be, because I really wanted to make a podcast for Asha and Monster World, which was a previous one, because not just that came out, but that's one of my favorite games. And so I just thought at random, the Mario 35th anniversary came out, so we'll talk about that. And then I guess randomly I just wanted to assign Star Fox to or Star Fox as well, because that I don't know. I think I need another subject, so um, I'll be back in a second. Um, or I think I'm gonna take a break, so I'll be back. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll be back in about. Hang on, I have to go to my stream manager if I can find it. Well, hang on there. I'm just gonna do this manual. Sorry if it was just a little bit laggy. I definitely need a new computer because yeah, it can't handle frame, or it can't handle after like another Windows open. Um, oops, and I need to bring up that as well. So bring up the Twitch chat again. I just want to check real quick. Shrimpy, are you there? Because I was going to say Shrimpy or Shin, if you're there. Thank you very much for jumping by again, and also thank you very much. I heard that you hosted CSN, so um, next thing we're gonna talk about as well is Star Fox, and thank you, Mango. Um, Star Fox is, another Nintendo franchise, but Uh, Again, it's not one of the main three trifecta that earn oodles of money for Nintendo. It's not the Mario slash Zelda slash Pokemon trifecta. Um, but I wanted to talk about Star Fox because I think I talked about Custom Robo the other day, and I think maybe even in a future stream I might even talk about F Zero because F Zero is great fun. It's just I don't know what day I'll if anything or if a day I sorry I'm garbage mouth or brain fart. Anyway, um F Zero might be another day. I'll try and I'll try and possibly get F Zero running. Um, but yeah, I think F Zero will be another day because it's another fantastic one or fantastic I think fun game. It's it's basically again like now that I think about it, even this might be even the F Zero one. F Zero is it's like a kid friendly death race, and I think that's kind of funny that Nintendo was okay with that. But anyway, sorry, going back to Star Fox. I think I want to bring up Star Fox, not just because I think it's been due for somebody to bring it up. Oh, I again I don't now that I think about it, I definitely don't want to pressure you, Mango, because I was going to ask if you ever subscribe, um, the emotes that I have waiting will be done in like a day or two. So I'll have emotes in a couple days. I think the chat badge as well will be there. Um, and I think at the very least I'll have at least one. I don't know how many you can put for emotes. I think at least three starting off, and I think it's you could put tier two and tier three emotes, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, for subscription again, the emotes will be done in a couple days, and other than that, that's or sorry, that's what I just wanted to say. Um, so so yeah, about Star Fox. Star Fox is a bunch of anthropomorphic animals, as old as time, like Mickey Mouse or Felix the cat or any other anthropomorphic animal that's a mascot for a company. I think they're I think it's kind of what they're struggling with the most for Star Fox is how to bring it back in a way that's different because I feel like Star Fox is probably the most antiquated one to be a Nintendo franchise and to be one of its main stars because it's even the most recent one, Star Fox Zero, is a rail shooter. Okay, I gotcha, Mango. So, but yes, Star Fox Zero, it was still stuck in the idea that there were points. It was rail shooter. Um, from what I remember, also it's like uh, Star Fox had added a couple new vehicles, but again, it's not it's again so many additions to classic Nintendo franchises. It takes them sometimes years for it to happen, and that's unfortunate because you rather have a steady stream of games. Like it's like unfortunate that like people give Call of Duty such a bad rap, but at least they have a consistent wave of games ready for you to play and not be unentertained. Like I know it's like it's probably the umpteenth Black Ops or whatever that's coming out for Call of Duty, but at the very least, it doesn't look completely bad. And maybe you'll get to unlock Ronald Reagan to do grenade jumping in multiplayer. I don't know. It sounds funny to me. Or maybe Ronald Reagan will be a kill streak, and it'll just be like T posing, and then he'll be like a melee weapon you can like swing around and hit people with. I would buy Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War if if Reagan and Gorbachev were melee weapons and you could swing them at each other to knock each other out, and I would buy that on right there and then. Um, but yeah, what I was gonna get at. Sorry, I was talking about Call of Duty. But yeah, Star Fox is definitely another franchise where, and I think I saw there's only two people left. But anyways, again, thank you for stopping by. Um, Whoever is still here, sorry, I can't check right now. I mean, I can check, but sorry. But but again, it's like it's one of Star Fox is one of their main is out of the trifecta is one of their main franchises. They don't know how to bring it back. They had one of their other Golden Boys, Rare, make Star Fox Adventures, which again is again the most different, like Super Mario Sunshine. But again, it's good to be different. So again, it did it does well, and then they have the same idea for Star Fox Assault, where there's a lot of on foot combat. There's a tank, the Landmaster. There's an R-wing. Star Fox Assault probably has the best what's it called? It has one of the best levels ever because it's Star Wolf, your rival or whatever. You get the ride on his wing, and you have like a minigun type weapon. It's just okay. I gotcha, Mango. Thank you as well. Um, but so yeah, you're on Star Wolf's wing. You have like a minigun or whatever, and I guess it's like to be fair, it's like it could be considered edgy, but I almost feel like it's kind of semi classy. But also for that part as well, it's um sorry, I'm really trying to think about it. It has the best Star Wolf theme because Star Wolf in again the older games like Star Fox 64, he's like your main rival, and he and his team have a theme, and they either are the better pilots or they have the better ships, and you're supposed to outfly them, which is always exciting. So with Star Fox Assault, it's one of the modern ones for the GameCube at the time, and the fact that you're teaming up with your rival or your enemy is kind of it's I think it's kind of cool. The Star this but The Star Wolf theme in the old games, it's kind of fast paced. So there's a lot of violin playing, and in this one or Star Fox Assault, the theme is very slow. It's very atmospheric. It has a lot of trumpet for what it is, and there's still some violins every now and then, but it's a very good piece, and they put it in Smash Brothers Brawl and Smash Brothers Ultimate as well for unlockable music. So I think that's great that it has a reprise again. So I think that's all I can say about Star Fox. Now that I think about it, I'm sorry. I was just because like I know there was a tons of Mario news, and then thinking about Star Fox and going like, I don't know. I just chose at a random because I'm going like, well, um, I guess I'll have some other because I was really trying to like at least stream an hour, but again, that's really difficult without some video games to play, and yeah. Again, hopefully, I think the biggest thing is um, gosh, what was I gonna say? Hopefully, again, Star Fox will come back. I mean, again, granted, it had the recent title, Star Fox Zero, which there was some cool aspects. Um, with motion controls, you can shoot every which way where and you could fly in like a straight line, and you could have like a radial turret with your Wii U gamepad. So it was a kind of cool idea. And again, unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna come back to that. So Um, Other than that, thank you everybody for dropping by. Sorry, yeah, I can't think of any other thing to talk about Star Fox. Um, Again, other franchises I know need to come back, like again, like Custom Robo or F Zero. F Zero is fantastic. Custom Robo as well. Sorry, I should have said that. Maybe it should be called Fantastic Zero. I know that's a bit lame, but anyway. Yeah. But anyway, thank you everybody for dropping by. I am your host Reroll Zero, and right, I forgot Chibi Robo is a thing. Chibi Robo is a thing, and I forgot they had like a DS game, and uh, other than that, I don't remember. Like there are so many like Nintendo franchises that like are Japan only, and you only know about them, and or we only find about them like you know a million years later in what's it called uh you know through either Smash Brothers trophies or Dave and Buster's, because again, right. Sorry, I'm gonna take a drink. Because it's like I like Dave and Buster's, because like I remember it's like Mario Kart G or about the same time I stopped playing video games, or maybe about a year or so last. Um, all right, thank you again, Mango. Um, I'll say this last little tidbit and then I'll end the stream. I remember Mario Kart Arcade GP came out at Dave and Buster's like maybe 2 years ago, or I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. And then last year, when I had my accident, unfortunately, I saw Mario Kart Arcade GP in the local game shop at the mall, and I bit my tongue because I was going like, I really wanted to play that, and I never got a chance to.